Hola clase, hoy es miércoles, hoy es el 29 de abril y es la clase número 42. Tenemos clase hoy, miércoles y viernes, y el viernes es la última clase, it's the last class. And so you should be in some ways preparing a little bit ahead of time here as we are approaching the final exam. Be going back over vocab, start at the end because the exam will be focusing mostly on, no, I shouldn't say mostly. There'd be a little bit of a bigger emphasis on the last few chapters because we haven't had an actual examen over those yet. So, but vocabulary is cumulative. There's things that you learned way back in the first few days that are how to say what your name is, how to greet people. All of those things are super importante. So be sure that you're going back over vocab and spending an extra, I don't know, once you finish your assignment, spend an extra 5, 6, 7 minutes reviewing vocab and maybe marking off in some places where you're like, oh, I kind of forgot that whole concept, or I forgot those vocab words. Feel free to use your Panorama site. Go back in there, go to the different lecciones that we have done in the past. Feel free to use that as much as you possibly can. You purchased that, so it's a good method to use as you review, especially grammar concepts, but definitely vocab as well. There's virtual flashcards on there. There's lots of things that you can use that for. So you did spend a lot of money on it, so please use it. Okay, just a little poster here that has some words on there that we're going to be talking about. You see words like these little 2 and 3 letter words. They're just 2 in this little poster. Te, me, lo. We've seen those words before. Notice what she says to her friend. She says, Te compré un chocolatito. I bought you a little chocolate mientras venía para acá, while you were coming here. Oh, qué tierna, how sweet. ¿Y dónde está? Me lo comí. Notice that there's past tense in there. I ate it. And notice that there's an extra little pronoun there, the me. I ate it all myself is kind of the idea of what she's talking about. We're gonna come back to those words today. We've been talking about me, te, lo, la, los, las. If you remember, not so long ago we've been talking about those, and we're going to continue using those today. So, had you been in class, I was going to have you switch with your partner and spend a little bit of time translating some of those sentences. Your partner would have well, you'd have done this orally. Just say a few words at a time, have them translate it, and then switch roles. Because, again, of our format, we're going to forego that part of it. But I do want to spend a little time in some conversación with you and your computadora. So these were actually the questions that I had at the end of the last PowerPoint. So if you did those then, in our excuse me, in our Zoom class we ran out of time, so we did not get to these. But if you did these, there is absolutely nothing wrong with repeating them and doing them again. So I'm going to read you the question, and I would like you to, as we usually do, answer in full Spanish sentences, changing some things that you need to change, like verb forms or whatever the case may be, to make that appropriate in your answer. So, again, put your finger on the pause button after you hear me ask the question, and then give yourself a little time to formulate that question, the answer to that question. So here we go. ¿Cuál es tu almacén favorito? Pause button. See if you can find the answer to that question. En mi opinión, mi almacén favorito es Target, creo. Target. Yo voy a Walmart mucho, pero mi almacén favorito no es Walmart, es Target. Okay, segunda pregunta. Me compraste. Notice the past tense there. Who are we asking about buying in the past? Aste. That has to do with you, right? And notice a little me. Did you buy me ¿Me compraste un regalo de Navidad? Hit the pause, answer that question. Unless it is slow in delivery, you probably answered no to that. No te compré un regalo de Navidad. That little te, we're going to, again, I said we're going to come back to that word today. Those types of words, those little pronouns, we're going to come back to that today. And also you have printed out some notes to take with that as well. So make sure that you have those available. If you don't, pause, go print those out. And I have put those in the announcements. Print that out and then you can come back and get started. Okay, so la tercera pregunta. ¿Prefieres ir de compras en un mercado o en un centro comercial? Pause, answer, come back. Yo no sé, personalmente, yo prefiero, pues no me gusta mucho ir de compras, pero yo prefiero ir de compras en un centro comercial, creo. Ok, cuarta pregunta. ¿Te gusta hablar con la vendedora mucho? Cuando vas a la tienda de ropa. Lots of words in that, right? Lots of new vocab words. Vendedora, la tienda de ropa. I'll say it one more time and then pause and formulate your answer. ¿Te gusta hablar con la vendedora cuando vas a la tienda de ropa? Pause, formulate answer, and come back. A mí no me gusta mucho, no me gusta hablar con la vendedora cuando yo voy a la tienda de ropa. La quinta pregunta. ¿Prefieres pagar con dinero en efectivo o con tarjeta de débito o crédito? Pause, formulate answer, come back. Yo prefiero pagar con mi tarjeta de crédito o mi tarjeta de débito, porque no tengo dinero en efectivo en mi cartera o en mi bolsa. En mi bolso, lo siento. No tengo dinero en efectivo mucho. Ok, la sexta pregunta. ¿Cuánto cuesta, más o menos, un buen par de zapatos de tenis? Pause, formulate answer, come back. Un buen par de zapatos de tenis cuesta más o menos, $75, $50, $100. It's kind of a wide range there. It depends on what you want them for. Que deporte, that type of thing. But yeah, 50 hasta $100. Ok, la séptima pregunta. ¿Sabes hacer ropa? Pause, respond. Yo sí. Yo sé hacer ropa. I know how to make clothing. Yo sé hacer ropa. I've been making masks for I've made probably 100 masks for people the last few weeks. And have been pretty busy doing that. I have more to make again later tonight. So, sí, yo sé hacer ropa. La segunda parte. ¿Sabes hablar japonés? Pause, respond. Yo no sé hablar japonés. Yo sé hablar español. Yo sé hablar inglés. Yo sé hablar un poco de chino. Pero yo no sé hablar japonés. Y la última pregunta, la octava pregunta. ¿Conoces a un jugador profesional de béisbol? Pause, respond. Yo no conozco a un jugador profesional de béisbol. Notice again the two differences between the two kinds of know. The knowing stuff, or knowing how to do things, or knowing factual information, saber, versus the last question has to do with knowing people, being familiar. If you keep that idea of familiar in your head, that's more the idea of conocer. Okay, vamos a practicar los verbos en el pretérito. You're going to hear me say the word pretérito, the preterite verbs. All I'm referring to there is the past tenses of those verbs. The past tense that we haven't been using as much as the present tense so far in this semester. I would have given you all some dice, and I would have had you say the verb that corresponds to the subject on your die. So let's do this instead. Okay, let's do, again, you're going to talk back to your computer. Think about past tense. Think of those endings, the iste, io, imos, ieron, or the aste, o, amos, aron. Think about those. And I'm going to give you a subject for each one of these verbs. I'm going to give you a couple subjects, and I want you to not pause, okay? I want you to see if you can say the verb that I'm asking you to produce before you hear me say it and confirm it, all right? So I want you to be super familiar with these so that it doesn't take you so long in your brain to cut off those last letters, the ER, the AR, the IR, and then add the endings. So you may have your notes present, but I want you to, as we go through this, try to keep looking away more and more. Notice also, is it AR verb or is it an ER or IR verb? Notice it's an ER. So the verb sold here, give me yo. I sold, yo. Yo vendí. Let's say the same verb. Let's do nosotros. Nosotros vendimos. Give me the ellos form. Ellos vendieron su casa, ellos vendieron la motocicleta, ellos vendieron el auto, one of those things. Okay, next one, the verb pagar, pay. Give me the tú form of that. You paid. Tú pagaste. Ella pagó. Ella pagó $10 por la falda, or something like that, something that she bought, how much she paid for that. Let's do one more. Let's do nosotros. Nosotros pagamos. Nosotros pagamos. Okay, next one, the verb llevar, wear. It can mean to take and to carry also, but we've been talking about ropa, so this chapter we've tended to use it most as the wear verb. So let's do the past tense of that. Let's do yo. I wore, yo. Yo llevé pantalones. Yo llevé un suéter. Let's do the tú form. You wore. Tú llevaste. Hopefully you're beating me to these. Hopefully you're getting to them before I do, because they're that ingrained, they're that natural as you've been practicing those. Tú llevaste un sombrero. Give me one more. Let's do ellos. Ellos llevaron botas porque hace mucho frío. Okay, next one. Comer. Let's do they ate. Ellos. Ellos comieron los tacos. Give me the él form. He ate. Él comió la hamburguesa. What about yo? Yo comí la pizza. Yo comí las enchiladas. Yo comí with an accent on the I of that one. If you can do the headbutt, even better. Next one, trabajar. Let's do tú. You worked. Tú. Tú trabajaste. Tú trabajaste en el restaurante. How about ella? Ella trabajó en la oficina. Nosotros trabajamos en la escuela. How about pescar? Let's do tú, the you form. You fished. Tú pescaste Tú pescaste en el mar. How about yo? Yo pesqué en el mar. That one, if you were to write that, hopefully you're starting hearing that little que word, pesqué, the Q-U-E instead of the C. That's replaced with the Q-U in that form only. Yo pesqué en el mar. Let's do this one, escribir. How about they wrote, ellos? Ellos escribieron una carta. What about usted, the formal you this time, not the familiar one, the formal one, usted. Usted escribió una carta. Yo. Yo escribí una carta. Escribí una carta. I think I have one more here. Let's do he swam, él. Él nadó en su traje de baño. What about yo? Yo nadé en el mar. And then let's do ellos. Ellos nadaron en el verano, en la piscina. Lots of things that we could say to finish that sentence to make sense. Okay. Which, by the way, there will be a prueba that will be due by the end of the day today. And you need to listen to each statement that I say. I'll say it 3 times. And you have to choose whether my statement is logical or right. Or if it's illogical, makes kind of no sense whatsoever, then it's going to be wrong. So choose one of those two. You have to listen to it 3 times. So in those examples that I was just been practicing here with you guys with the past tense, I was using something that would be a logical thing, right? Ellos nadaron en la piscina. Él nadó en su traje de baño. Something like that. Those would all be logical or right sentences. Okay, let's move on. Let's practice again. We introduced these in the last class, and we did not have time for these in the section that I did in Zoom. So if you did these already, great. If you can repeat them, and that's better practice for you. So here we go. ¿Es tu camisa nueva o es vieja? Go ahead and pause, formulate your answer, and then come back. Mi camisa es vieja, no es nueva. Mi camisa no es nueva, es vieja. Segunda pregunta. ¿Son tus zapatos baratos o caros? Pause, answer the question, and come back. Mis zapatos son baratos, no son caros. They're free, actually, hand-me-downs of one of my hijas. All right, so mis zapatos no son caros. Mis zapatos son baratos. Tercera pregunta. ¿Es tu pelo largo o corto? Mi pelo no es muy largo, pero no es corto tampoco. It's neither of those, sort of mediano, I guess. I'm female. But I'm describing my pelo, notice, which is masculine. So when you describe anything that's masculine, the adjective has to be masculine. Here's another one. ¿Son tus amigos ricos o son pobres? Mis amigos no son ricos. Mis amigos son pobres. No muy ricos. I guess I shouldn't say that. We are very rich. We are very blessed in our country. And in comparison, definitely, we are very much blessed with many, many material things that most of the world doesn't have. So I guess I should probably rephrase that. Mis amigos son ricos. Here's another one. ¿Es tu ropa elegante o es fea? I'm going to just be honest and say I'm going on day 3 with the clothes that I have on right now. It's just been really busy. Mi ropa es fea. ¿Está sucia? Y es un poco fea. No es elegante. I don't know. I guess you wouldn't call it. Those aren't necessarily opposites of one another, but for sure, mi ropa no es elegante. ¿Es tu mamá hermosa o es fea? Let me remind you, we're really getting close to El Día de las Madres coming up in a couple weeks, less than a week, or a little over a week. Mi mamá es hermosa. All of you should have said that as well. Mi mamá es hermosa, es muy bonita. Mi mamá no es fea. ¿Es tu compañero de cuarto loco o es aburrido? Or if you have a female compañera de cuarto, ¿es loca o es aburrida? Okay, when I was in college, yo tenía dos compañeras de cuarto y una compañera de cuarto fue loca, la otra fue aburrida. So I've got both of those in that setting. Next one, ¿son tus pantalones caros o son baratos? We asked it about your zapatos earlier, now about your pantalones. ¿Son tus pantalones caros o baratos? Mis pantalones son baratos. Again, I believe they're a hand-me-down from one of my hijas. She didn't want to wear them anymore, so son baratos. ¿Te gustan tus zapatos? Go ahead and answer that question first. A mí me gustan mis zapatos. ¿Tienes otros zapatos? Yo tengo otros zapatos. No muchos otros zapatos, pero sí, tengo otros zapatos. ¿Tienes otro par de zapatos? Pues sí, yo tengo otro par. Tengo otros pares de zapatos. I have other pairs. So keep in mind that the otros agrees with zapatos. Or in the last question there, par is singular, so then I need the also singular otro par. Last one. ¿Comes en la cafetería cada día? No, yo no como en la cafetería cada día, every day, each day. Cada noche tampoco. I don't either, neither that. Yo no vivo en campus y ustedes tampoco no viven en campus. Ustedes no comen en la cafetería cada día. Alrighty. Okay, let's move on. If you have your handout that you printed, this is a good time to grab that. If you did not, this is a good time to pause the video and go print that. It's in the announcement section, and it will be a real big help for you as you are doing some of your tarea escrita, which I'll tell you right now, you're not going to have to load into Blackboard. I'm giving you the key for that as well. So what I'd like you to do is try it and then check your answers before you come to class and bring any questions that you have with you to class the next el viernes. So what we're going to be talking about, review some things that we have been talking about before, all right, and then adding something to that. So let's take a look at a little series of statements that I'm going to talk about here. Mariana compró una falda anoche. Now I have a few things like indicated here. Notice that I have underlined the compró. Let me get my laser a second. Notice I have the compró just because I wanted to indicate what that verb was. Notice it's in the past tense. So Mariana compró, bought what? Well, I have that in letra amarilla here. Compró una falda anoche. Compró una falda anoche. Now, this next sentence is going to follow up on that. See what that says. Ella la compró en el centro comercial. Okay, notice that whatever was in letra roja, amarilla here is now over here. Notice what I just did. I just replaced una falda with that little la. What does that la refer to? It. She bought it. Remember how those little pronouns go in front of the verb? Ella la compró en el centro comercial. Go ahead and repeat that statement while I try to get this out of my throat. Go ahead and read that statement one more time. Ella la compró en el centro comercial. Okay, the next one hinges on that as well. Es un regalo de cumpleaños para su mamá. Okay, so we're realizing that this falda es un regalo de cumpleaños para su mamá. Next one. Mariana la compró por $20. Tell me what I just said there in inglés. La compró por $20. She bought what? It. Again, la falda, we don't have to say the word falda because we've already established that that's what we're talking about. But now you can replace it with that it. So la compró por $20. So follow along what's going on here. We're getting this birthday gift for her mom, Mariana is, and then we're telling you how much she spent, how much she bought it for, how much she paid. La compró por $20. Okay, next one. Mariana la llevó a su casa. Ella tomó el autobús. All right, let's figure out what we just talked about here. Mariana la llevó a su casa. We've been talking about that verb llevar to mean wear. Here it probably doesn't mean that because we're talking about the fact that ella tomó el autobús. She didn't wear it to her house. She took it or carried it. It, again, referring to la falda. Okay? Mariana carried. Carried what? It. A su casa. How'd she get to her casa? Ella tomó el autobús. Okay. Next one. Al día siguiente, the following day, no la encontró. Okay, there again, my la is just replacing that falda, so I don't have to keep saying that word. We all know that that's what we're talking about. She didn't find it. Uh-oh. Es un problema, ¿no? La buscó en su bolsa. What's buscó? Buscó. Buscar is to look for, right? So past tense of this, she looked for what? It. There's again another reference to the falda without having to say la falda. La buscó en su bolsa. Uh-oh. This is a problem because she's needing to get this to her for her cumpleaños, regalo de cumpleaños. Por fin, la encontró en su mochila. La encontró. Again, every time that la is in each of those sentences, all it does is replace that word falda. It's the it that I can use to replace the falda. So finally, she found it. La compró. Again, look where all those little pronouns go, right in front of the verb, because I've only got one verb in each of those instances. La compró, la llevó, la encontró, la buscó, la encontró. There we go. Okay, but now I'm going to add something just a little bit different, and you can refer to your handout as you write some of these things in, and then we'll talk about them. Something is going to be a little different. Algo es diferente. ¿Qué es diferente? So let's start where we started the last time. Mariana compró una falda. Got that already. Established that. Ella me vendió la falda. Okay, go ahead and write that in. What's missing on your notes. And then let's pick this apart. What did she do? I want to get at the verb here. I'm underlining all the verbs, so that should be helpful. You're going to see that verb underlined. That's the first thing you want to find out. What happened? What was the action in that sentence? Well, she sold. Sold. Now, what did she sell? Okay, I think a lot of people probably said me. No. This is not about human trafficking. She did not sell me. What did she sell? La falda. Okay. Notice what I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask two questions today. I'm going to ask, she sold what? The answer to that question is la falda. And then I'm going to ask another question. To whom? To whom? Well, there it is. To me. She sold to me the skirt. She sold the skirt to me. She sold me the skirt. We have a few ways in English we can say that. But look at that, to me. That little word me. We've seen that before. Before, it just simply meant me. Now, the idea is more along the lines of to me, right? The same word means a little bit different in this particular sentence. Ella me vendió la falda. Next one. Okay, not related to that anymore, but this is a separate idea. So tell me what's going on. Yo te escribí una carta en octubre. Okay, let's see what we have going on here. I did something. What did I do? That's the first thing we need to determine. What's the action? What's the verb? Well, here it is. I wrote. Now I'm going to ask myself my two questions. If you remember the two questions. I wrote what? Una carta, right? That's what I wrote. I wrote a letter. But to whom? Do you remember how this is she sold the skirt to me? I wrote a letter to whom? This time to you. Te escribí una carta en octubre, en el otoño. Tú me escribiste una carta también. All right? Look at this one. Tú, now it's not yo. Tú me escribiste una carta también. You wrote what? Una carta, of course. You wrote a letter. Here's my question again. To whom? Notice what question I keep asking here as that second question. To whom? To me. You wrote a letter to me also. También. Okay, let's look at another pair. Mis padres tienen un carro nuevo, un auto nuevo. Mis padres tienen un carro nuevo. Let's see what we have going on. My parents, what do they do? Well, they have. That's not really an action, but that is the verb here. They have what? Un carro nuevo. Okay, they have a new car. Follow-up sentence to that. Ellos no quieren vendernos el carro por $500. Okay, let's see what we've got going on there. Now, notice I have two verbs. Boom, boom. Quieren vender. Look what I did when I had that second verb there. I attached my nos. So, ellos no quieren vender. They do not want to sell. They don't want to sell what? El carro, right? There's my what. But what is this nos answer? By the way, what is nos refer to? It has to do with us, right? We know nosotros is we, but the nos is just us. So they do not want to sell us the car. They do not want to sell the car to whom? To us. Look at the second sentence. To me. To you. In the first set, to me. So we're asking a couple different questions here. Sometimes the question is what? La falda. What? Una carta. What? Un carro nuevo. But the other question, to whom? To me. To whom? To you. In the last set of this sentence here, to whom? To us. So that question, to whom, it's actually also going to be for whom, which you're going to see in just a second. Now, let's take a look at this next set of, if you see it on your notes, you're going to see that it's very repetitive, okay? We're going to talk about a guy named Tomás. Tomás es muy generoso, right? He's a super generous guy. And you're going to see that this time, right before La Navidad, it resulted in his going to the Centro Comercial, and he just spent the wad that he had just earned by his job at the cine or something like that, because at the end of this, he's going to have no money. Let's see what just happened here. Tomás me compró un regalo de Navidad. Let's pick it apart. I didn't underline the verb, but what's the action here? What did Tomás do? That's where we start. Well, Tomás bought. Okay, notice past tense again. Compró. There's that accented letter there. Now ask those two questions that I was asking on the last slide. Bought what? Un regalo de Navidad. There it is. Bought what? A Christmas gift. But notice I have one more piece of information, that me. What question does that answer? Tomás bought a Christmas gift for whom, right? For whom? For me. He bought me a Christmas gift. He didn't buy me. That's not what he bought. but he bought the gift for me. So on the last slide, we kept asking the question, to whom? For whom is another question that you can answer when you end up with one of these little pronouns. Okay, next one. What else did he do? Tomás te compró un regalo de Navidad. Now he bought a Christmas gift for whom? Absolutely, for you. Ustedes son muy buenos amigos. Tomás te compró un regalo y me compró un regalo. Which results in the next thing, true, to be true, right? If he bought it for you, he bought one for me. He bought a gift for whom? Nos, for us. Okay. Again, the question I keep getting an answer to is for whom? For me, for you, for us. Those are the ones that are fáciles. Okay. That's fácil because we've already practiced the me and the te and the nos. But the next one's going to be a little bit different. Do you remember those other pronouns that we talked about? We talked about lo and la and los and las. Yes. However, not what you're going to see in the next one. So pay attention to what you see, fill it in, and then we'll talk about it. Tomás le compró un regalo a ella. Le compró un regalo a ella. Now let's pick it apart again. A lot of stuff is the same. Tomás bought what? A gift. Now, to whom? To whom? To whom? Well, I think you can figure it out because of what you see at the end of that sentence, right? So he bought a gift for whom? For her. Sorry, I'm recording. Sorry, hang on. Okay, sorry about that. I was interrupted. My daughter came on and was telling me the gender of the baby. So I'm excited about that. But I can't tell anybody, so I will keep it to myself. It's either a boy or girl, just so you know. It's one of the two. Maybe I'll tell you later, but I'm going to let her share the news with the world first. So, okay, let's go back to this, what we were talking about. We just have like under 10 minutes. So, and it's not that big of a deal. There's just a couple little words we're going to look at here. So let me review what we just did. Me compró, te compró, nos compró. He bought it for me. He bought it for you. He bought it for us. And then Tomás le compró un regalo a ella. Okay, so a ella is in here. Notice that this is not Tomás la compró because, again, we're not supporting human trafficking. So Tomás did not buy her. Okay, if it would have been la, Tomás bought her. He did not buy her. He bought a gift for whom again? There's my question. For her. When you have an answer to for her, look what that little pronoun's going to be. Le. However, look at the end. A ella. The a ella has to be a part of that as well because look at the next one. If I can get it to... there he goes. Tomás le compró un regalo a él. Okay, almost the exact same sentence, right? Except a él at the end. Now, who did Tomás buy a gift for? For him, right? Now, él does not mean him. Él means he, ella means she. It's not for he, for she. This le pronoun here that goes in front of compró is the for him and for her. But it's the same thing, right? How do you know it's for him or for her? That's why at the end of the sentence you have to add the a so-and-so. A ella, a él. Okay? This is one of those times where you can't do a word-for-word translation because it doesn't fit. Okay? Bought it for him, bought it for her. How about this one? Tomás le compró un regalo a usted. Again, almost the exact same sentence, but look what clarifies at the end. A usted. Tomás bought a gift for whom? For you, formal, okay? Not te compró. It's not a familiar person like we have up here. It's a formal person. Every one of these, for him, for her, for you, formal. Look at that little pronoun is le. Le compró. Another one. Tomás le compró un regalo a su amigo. Again, almost the same sentence, but I have a different specific person over here who he bought the gift for. He bought the gift for whom? For his friend, a su amigo. His friend is ultimately a him So that's what that le is doing there. Le compro un regalo. Again, word for word translations don't work here. Okay, so trust me, follow along with me. If I have an answer to a question that's for her, for him, for you, any related for him, for his friend, it's going to have that little pronoun le attached to that. Okay? Next one. What if his friend is a person named Alejandra? For her, well, a Alejandra, I'm still going to need the for her there. Le compró un regalo a Alejandra. All right. So, for him, for her, for you, formal, all of those are going to be represented by that little word le. But in addition to le, I have to, at the end of my sentence, do this little clarification here by telling you who that person was. A él, a ella, a usted, a su amigo, a Alejandra. Next grouping, you'll see it coming. Tomás les compró un regalo a ellos. Again, every time in each of these situations, Tomás bought a gift, I just have a different answer to the question, for whom? Tomás bought a gift for whom? Right, for them, because now it's more than one person, so it makes sense that le just becomes les. S makes it plural. How about this one? Tomás les compró un regalo a ustedes. Okay, there's more than one of you all, so he bought a gift for all of you. There's my les. And then a ellos, a ustedes clarifies who that is. Tomás les compró un regalo a sus padres. He bought a gift for his parents. His parents are for them. Okay, so again, if there's plural people, I'm going to use the les here. Tomás es muy generoso. We have established that. All right. I'm going to keep going. We are not probably going to get through this in the video. All of the things that I wanted to talk about today. Okay, and notice that, yeah, for them, for you guys, plural. You're going to see that this me, te, nos, and then le and les, we're going to be using those little pronouns as we do the remaining stuff. You can go ahead and open up the PowerPoint and go through that, even though the video is going to finish in a few minutes. But let's get as far as we can. Wherever it cuts off at 45 minutes, then you guys can finish it on your own. Marcos sold the shoes to you. Now, let's put it all together. Marcos. Let's see what we got for Marcos. Whoops. Marcos. Here's Marcos, right? What did he do? He sold. Vendió. He sold what? The shoes. Los zapatos. Okay? Notice that we have all of those words accounted for. Marcos vendió los zapatos. But I haven't answered the question. To whom? To you. Te. Right? How about this one? Marcos sold the shoes to her. Notice I'm going to have a lot of the same stuff in this next sentence. Marcos vendió los zapatos. But I have a different answer to the question. To whom? Marcos sold the shoes to her. All right. Last slide. Remember which one is the to her? Okay, it's for her, also to her. Okay, so I'm going to use that le pronoun. But I can't just use the le pronoun and stop it and put a period after zapatos because, as you learned on the previous slide, Marcos le vendió los zapatos could mean that Marcos sold the shoes to her, but it could also mean Marcos sold the shoes to him. It could also mean Marcos sold the shoes to you, formal. There's a variety of people it could mean. So that's going to require a clarification of who I'm referring to. Who's the le? Oh, a ella. Now I know who it is. Okay. How about Marcos sold us the shoes? To whom did he sell the shoes? To us. What's the to us pronoun? Nos. Exacto. Marcos nos vendió los zapatos. Marcos sold them the shoes. Again, he sold the shoes, but he sold them to them. Who is my to them pronoun? Okay, if you remember, it was les. However, when you have les, I could have a variety of people that means. So I need a ellos at the end. It could have been Marcos sold the shoes to all of you guys, but nope, it has to be to them. So a ellos goes in there. Okay, just maybe one or two more of these. Marcos sold me the shoes. What pronoun's going to go in that statement? To whom? To me. Marcos me vendió los zapatos. Do I need an something something at the end of this sentence? No, because me can only be me. That's the only person it could mean. We're done. Go back on the PowerPoint, finish up yourself.